Welcome to the Bald Brad Show. Our episode today is regarding Netflix employees walking out and protesting Dave Chappelle, all because Dave Chappelle made some jokes about some trans people in the LGBTQRS, LMNOP, double A, double Z, lowercase q community here. So now they're all up in arms because he made a joke. So we have a video here. I haven't seen it yet, so you get a real-time reaction of what I think about all of this. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Sure.
So, first, can I get your name on tape?
Yeah, my name is David Huggard. I'm a non-binary individual. I also go.
I mean to laugh, and I'm not one to really try and make fun of people's looks, but I mean, Halloween is right around the corner, and if you were to pull off a stereotypical trans person, I mean, this is what it would look like. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Oh no. Okay, this is starting off as a doozy.
By the persona of Eureka O'Hara, which has been debuted on RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 9, 10, All-Star 6, and HBO's We're Here.
Okay, the first name you go, can you spell that for me?
David, D-A-V-I-D-H-U-G-G-A-R-D, and then Eureka, E-U-R-E-K-A-O-H-A-R-A.
Amazing. So, I mean, firstly, why is it so important to be out here today?
Yeah, no, it's important to be out here today because we have to stand in solidarity with each other. Obviously, Ashley Marie Preston.
We gotta stand in solidarity. Like, somebody died, some massive thing happened, there's an epidemic going on here, so we all have to stand together in solidarity. I mean, this interview is kind of like somebody just walking off the football field and having an interview with ESPN. Yeah, we really came out strong in the first quarter here, and we're just standing in solidarity after that loss. That was really tough there. The first wasn't the best look for us, but we're really going to come together as a unit here and really play this one out and see how it works out in the end. Oh, man.
Is a great advocate and a huge sister of mine, also a trans woman. As a non-binary person, we as trans people and non-binary people aren't.
Trans people and non-binary people. It's so confusing. Look, if you want to be trans, that's up to you. I am not an advocate of forcing trans stuff on children and having the hormonal blockers that they're trying to push upon them and allowing minors to be able to have sex changes without their parents knowing and all this stuff the trans community is trying to push on children. Look, I don't agree with that. If you want to be trans, do your thing, but stop trying to push it upon all of us. Stop trying to make it so we can't make jokes about it and all these other things. Look, we don't want to force anything upon you, so don't force anything upon us.
Getting visibility or respect in the entertainment industry to begin with, and to have something like Dave Chappelle's special not be noted that it's promoting discrimination and hate conversation is very hurtful to the activism and the cause that we're trying to progress ourselves in the industry.
There you have it, right? Said it perfectly. It's hurtful. It hurts their feelings because they can't take a joke. Look, I am bald. Under this hat, there is no hair. I mean, there's a little bit of hair, but the trees are thin, folks, if you know what I mean. I joke about my own baldness all the time. Am I kind of self-conscious of it or self-aware that I'm losing my hair and that it kind of sucks? Absolutely. I used to have a full head of hair, but you don't see me complaining about it. I'm not whining about it. Hell, the name of the YouTube show is Bald Brad, right? Make light of it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that you're a dude that thinks you're a woman, but you're in a dude's body, and that you think you're non-binary and you're something in between that doesn't exist, and now we're creating fantasies and an alternate reality that we're all supposed to kind of come together and pretend that's taking place. It's just nuts that because you're offended, people are supposed to care about that. Because somebody hurt your feelings, they're supposed to care about it.
The counter-protesters are disheartening, and it's sad to see that they are using the expression of laughing in the faces of people's pain and hurt and suffering. And I don't.
So right there is kind of highlighting the problem with the trans community, right? You have these high suicide rates. Even when people get sex changes, it doesn't change their happiness necessarily. For some it does, but for others and most it does not, right? So they're going through some sort of pain, and I wish them all the best. I hope that they can have happiness through their change. I hope that if them feeling like they're dressing like a woman, even though they're biologically a male, is making them happier, hey, so be it. I'm all for people's happiness. But right there, they're highlighting some issue or this person's highlighting an issue that's going on in the trans community is that they're not happy, right? So they get upset because somebody's making fun of them in some way, shape, or form. And so now we can't make jokes about it because it's so-called harming them, right? It's causing them physical harm, according to them. And so we can't make jokes about it. Look, if somebody made jokes about me being bald, I wouldn't care. I would laugh along with you because it's true. If I dressed silly or sillier than kind of the community or the social environment or the people of America dress, kind of like this person is, I would laugh at it because it's awkward, it's weird, it's different. And human beings, when we see something different, we laugh about it. And that's what makes it funny. Right when I saw this guy talk, or sorry, I don't know what to call this person because they're non-binary. There's something in between. I don't know. Dave, I guess his name is. Or there you go, he looked funny. He looked funny to me, right? Pink hair, it's kind of buzzed on the head, just dressed awkwardly. I find it hilarious. I do. I'm sorry, I'm going to laugh about it. Dave Chappelle is in his right to make jokes about trans people, make jokes about whatever the hell he wants because it's comedy. That's what we do. We laugh about it, and it's okay.
I think that they understand what they're doing, but they are promoting and causing hate conversation and also allowing people to think that it's okay to discriminate.
Sorry, I know I keep pausing it. Promoting hate conversation, it's a joke. It's a joke. Calm down. It's going to be okay, man. Life gets better. But you know what? You got to walk out of work here and maybe lose your job over this because you feel like the trans community is being attacked when it's not. You're okay, man. Just breathe.
Discriminate against those trans and non-binary individuals. I was also misgendered, disrespected by some of them, and it just...
Because it's our fault that your name is Dave. You clearly look like a dude. I'm sorry, but you do. And so gender is something that's objective, right? You can look at a person and usually tell if they're male or female. And especially if you look at their genitals, you're definitely going to be able to tell whether they're a male or female. We do that with animals all the time. So if I went up to this trans person and I said, hey, what gender is your dog? Are they going to go non-binary? Or are we all going to look at the genitals of the dog and go, oh, it's a male or it's a female like everybody else does, right? We're just a form of another animal, folks. I know, a shocker. But I'm sorry. I would misgender this person too. I'd be like, sir, what do you need? Sir, how can I help you? I'd be polite. Not my intention to misgender, but now we're causing harm to them because you misgendered them by accident, right? Because you're so used to seeing male and female, looking at somebody and identifying that way because that's how we performed in our communication since the beginning of time or human existence. But now you're harming people, folks. So careful because you're causing physical harm and now this person might do something to themselves or others because of your actions.
This shows that we are still working on growth, and it's my duty as a person not of color and as a non-binary individual to stand by specifically my trans brothers and sisters and everything in between of color as a white person with privilege, because they need to know that there are people standing beside them when the people that are at the table in those powerful, responsible positions aren't showing that support.
So it stops there. But something I find interesting here is this person is identifying as a white person, right? And what is it? A white, non-binary trans person. Geez, Willie, it's even hard to even say. Why can't this person identify as African American? Why? If your gender could be fluid, why can't your race be fluid? Why can't you identify as another race? That's what I don't understand, is that they're just picking and choosing what they want to be able to identify as because that's how they feel. But maybe one day you feel like a white person, but then the other day you feel like an African American, or maybe you feel like an Asian or an Hispanic. So why can't you be fluid in that nature? But these are questions they don't want to answer. These are questions they don't want to deal with because, again, when you bring up the conversation about this stuff, even if you're making light of it in some way, shape, or form, even though you're still bringing it up and making light of it, and having a conversation, whether it's through comedy or normal, you're bringing harm in some way, shape, or form because you're just talking about it, folks. You're just talking about it. It's all subjective. So even though you're having a conversation, your intention is not even to make light of it, meaning make jokes or poke fun at it. You're just having a conversation. Is that the second you say something wrong and they take offense to it, now the conversation's shut down, right? Because now you harm them in some way, shape, or form. But hey, employees walking out here all upset, all up in arms because Dave Chappelle, a comedian, made a comedic joke. Shocker on what happened. But hey, you know, it's just, what a time to be alive, folks. What a time to be alive. Thank you so much for watching The Bald Brad Show. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Share it with your friends and family all over social media. Follow me on TikTok. We are growing over there as well. And folks, I will see you later here on The Bald Brad Show.